Alright, welcome to Saturday. The video just went out last night about my plans for the car, so I can start sharing some things here that I was doing when I was slacking off while John was on vacation. So I can finally start showing that. This is my intercooler. It's an off-brand intercooler. I've seen a lot of people have a lot of good luck with it. Modified my bumper support, welded it back in so it's there. I moved my battery down to here as well. Made a battery tray for that. I've done a big 3 because I have a little bit of audio equipment, so that's all done too. But yeah, I'm ready to start making some intercooler piping. I'm going to start with my cold side up to the throttle body. This would be the hot side. I'm not sure how I'm going to route that one yet. We've got a couple ideas. I've seen how everyone else does it with their kits, like Full Race does with their kit. But I may go the old school route the way LHT used to do it when we made the LHT 400 kits for the RSXs and EP3s. So we'll see where I route that, but it's time to get started finally and getting to share where I'm going with the car. Alright, here's the start of my cold side, the intercooler, bending around, starting to head into the engine bay. Like we always do, make sure you tuck it in really tight, so you don't want to cut the bumper or hit your fog light or anything like that. This one won't stay like this. That's just here to make sure I didn't run into it right there, because it does, you know, of course, point down at it. So I wanted to make sure I had plenty of clearance on the pipe below it. So I'm going to get this one welded up, and then we'll continue it into the engine bay.
So while George is working on cool stuff, look at what I'm working on.
Did you have to take a picture of your mower?
Yeah, because I'm going to put on Instagram. I'm doing a tune-up on my mower. That's the kind of day I'm doing. George's doing cool stuff. I'm doing stupid house stuff. Cutting grass, trying to get my mower to run so I can cut the grass. Awesome. This is awesome. This is an exciting project, it really is. Look, I'm out of uniform.
Alright, I've got my cold side not really 100% done because just the middle there is tacked together right there where I've got it marked. But I've got it in, making sure it fits. I gotta see where I'm gonna put the blow-off valve. I'm thinking kinda off the back of that pipe there, kinda filling this hole. And I've got my intake that'll come through here and into this hole. And I gotta put an intake air temp sensor back in there somewhere on the back side of that pipe. But yeah, it's there. I feel like it's taken forever. I mean, I did eat something. John came by, talked to him, and kind of thought about it a whole bunch. Made a bracket for my coolant overflow, which I'll show you here in a minute when I'm going to mount it. But yeah, that's together. We can start on this one. All right, here's the cold side tube finished. Blow-off valve's on. Intake air temp sensor is on, all welded. I got my mount for the overflow there. Countersunk some Allen head bolts in it because it needed to be a flat surface. So that is in and ready to go. I need to basically put this back together for the day so I can go home. And one more thing is done.
No, just junk. So while George has been having fun with his car, I've been doing honeydew stuff. So if you guys can imagine what that's like, I fixed the mower. That was awesome. It's a Honda mower, so put a new hub thing on the weed whacker thing so I could work and do more stuff.
You actually whack the weeds.
You whack the weeds, that's good stuff. And it's about 110 degrees. It's nice and warm. I've soaked my shirt wet twice. There was a crazy mulch sale at Lowe's, so my wife said, you know, I'm going to go pick up some mulch. And I'm glad I only have a mid-sized truck, because she would have brought on like 2,000 bags of mulch.
Whatever fits in the truck, we're buying.
Yeah, that's what she basically did. She said, you see that little blue truck? Fill it to the top. So, humping bags of mulch around. I've been having a good time. Lee texted me, and Lee sent me a picture of a truck tore apart, and he goes, I hope you're having a good day. I'm under the dash of a truck. I showed him a picture of mulch and weed whacker, and he goes, I'd rather be under the truck. So, if you car guys, I'm sure you can relate to me. I hate doing yard work. I hate doing house stuff.
Like John was just telling you, this pipe here, this is the way, I remember John doing it on the RSXs, EP3s, when he did turbo kits for those. You have to make a little bit of room on the oil pan. I guess it's kind of dark, I probably should have brought the light. But you have to trim the oil pan a little bit. It's not crazy. But then I gotta figure out where this is going to go to the turbo. I know it's just right above this, but obviously don't have the turbo on the car, so I can't place it. But I made this out of real heavy gauge aluminum in case, you know, something in the road hits it, it doesn't get wadded up. It's plenty strong. It's bolted to the motor right there, so it's not going anywhere. This will make everything a lot easier and simpler and shorter. Alright, it is dark out. It's been raining, which is nice because it's brought the temperature way down in here. The thing on the wall says 85. Sorry, I was looking at the floor for a second there. I've got more intercooler piping done. I was going to go home. I said, you know what, let's go ahead and knock out the majority of this hot side. And I don't remember if I showed you already. I have this tube here that goes under the pan. All I'm going to have to do is connect that end to the turbo, which is going to be fairly simple. I just need a piece of 2-inch, probably a 90, and I should be able to cut everything I need off of it. But there, to a coupler, that way over the frame rail, and then back around out here to the intercooler. So I've got pretty much all of my charge piping done today, which is really good. I ordered all my oil lines thanks to Francisco, and water lines. Turbo manifold is on our mock-up motor, so I can do my lines. This is really coming together, so hopefully soon I can get this in here. I want to get my injectors put in early and start tuning it. The injectors are thanks to Farable.net. They're ID 1050s. Really excited to put those in as well. Blow-off valve is at the powder coater. I have a new shift knob I bought as well. That's at the powder coater. AB powder coating, of course. It's going to match my valve cover, the Illusion Blueberry. Getting really excited to see this thing done. So that was my Saturday. I've been here about 12-ish hours. Kind of slacked off like I usually do. Talked to Steve, our good friend Steve, who's coming to the Dragon with us. John came by a handful of times. And it's time to wrap it up and go home. So I have to take these pipes off because I can't drive with those on. And put my bumper cover back on and put my makeshift intake back on as well. So it's time to get this back together so we can head out for the night.
Just doing an oil change. There is a lot of prepping going on behind the scenes on this car. A lot of people think that, hey, as soon as you buy a turbo, the turbo is installed. Remember, everything is getting custom made. The only thing we bought was the manifold and turbo. Everything else is getting built. So quick update. We got George right here. He's going to tell you what is going on right now. I haven't put the rest of the playlist together, but the stuff going on behind the scenes. You want to give us a quick rundown what you're doing?
I changed the oil today.
All right, well, thanks for tuning in, guys. That's the update for today. That's what George has been doing. So we're using this dummy motor so he can basically figure out what parts it needs. And this is the stuff that I joke about it, saying that it nickel and dimes you, because it really does. It's like, you know, 30 bucks here, 20 bucks there. Before you know it, you got a few $100 in little knickknacks that you don't think that you needed.
There's $200 in that bag.
Yeah, just a bag full of little knickknacks. A couple of hoses and a flange and a gasket.
This is a big thanks to Francisco.
Oh, that's right.
This bag is because of Francisco right here.
That's right. I remember that. That is so nice.
So yeah, the oil line, I've got that figured out from the turbo to here. I bought it the BSPT adapter for this.
In steel?
Yeah, I bought everything in stainless.
Okay.
Water lines, these are super cool. I found these as well. One-piece lines, the dash 6.
Yeah, and you're going to do the dash 6 to a hose barb, so you can go to rubber on the end of that?
Yeah, we'll go to 5/16. These are going to go on the turbo and then over to the throttle body side.
Nice thing, just a note, nice thing about doing this, the braided stainless, this is obviously the hottest area. If you do run water or even oil hoses out of rubber, imagine your rubber hose sitting right here. This is going to cook it. Eventually, it's going to fall apart. The hose is going to dry rot. It's going to break. But running stainless in the hot section, then as you clear it, change it to rubber. Much more reliable, much more long-term reliability. These are those Banjo Fittings.
Oh yeah, these are super cool too.
And again, look how nice that crimp is. If you guys deal with crimps, look how nice that is. I mean, this is a nice crimp, but look at that. It's some show quality.
So then this Banjo bolt's going to hold that to the turbo.
Focus. Yeah, look at that. That is beautiful. That's probably like some of the best stuff yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all water stuff right there.
Yeah, and this is where we buy all our stuff from. I think I just found like their secret menu.
Yeah, the secret show quality, you're not supposed to know this unless you know it menu. So, beautiful, good stuff. Charge pipe, this is still getting remade. I'm not going to show you too much here. This is a little bit of behind the scenes stuff. But this is one of the charge pipes he's working on. these pipes are done down here. This is one from the throttle body to the intercooler partially to the charge pipe, and you see there's a flange right there. So this stuff is coming along. Just wanted to kind of give you an update of what's happening behind the scenes, because there is a lot of kind of, you know, acquiring parts, getting parts ready, so that when it comes time to tear it apart,
it's all that
get rolling on it.
It's all that stuff that nickels and dimes you got to remember to buy.
Yeah.
So there's your adapter to rubber.
You go right to rubber here. That's away from the heat. So you got like an 18-inch line, and the other one's like a 12-inch. Yeah. So we get the heat away from here. Again, long-term reliability. Got a 4-inch intake tube here. Looks like an 1 3/4 dump tube. Little flex dicky. A bag. And obviously some dash 10 drain with the stainless liner in it. So good stuff. Things are coming together here. Playlist is going to show you've been working on the piping. The intercooler is installed. It's got that capped off, but it's installed so we know it works. It's set up the way it wants it. And I don't need to tell them what you've been doing.
I sent parts out for powder coat.
You get the light behind me.
Glove valve went to powder coat to match the valve cover. Most intercooler pipes done. I had a shift knob done as well.
That thing is awesome.
Don't know if I like it that much in the car yet. It doesn't look great.
I kind of like it.
In the car and the blue, there's like one blue thing in the car. I don't know if I like it yet.
Yeah, I kind of like it from here.
Yeah, it looks great. Their AV stuff is fantastic. But yeah, pipes getting done. I've got one more pipe to do, and I need to mount the turbo to do it, and the intake as well. I need to mount the turbo for that.
What else is missing? What do we need if somebody wants to give you something, or if I want to sneak something in behind the scenes and pretend it's like another bonus? What do you need? What do you need to finish the car?
The biggest thing right now is the fuel system.
Okay.
At the very least, the fuel pump. At the most, an entire
fuel system. Got it. Okay.
The fuel pump will probably suffice. I'm only trying to make 400 or so.
Yeah.
But the fuel system will let me get to that larger goal that I want to get to.
Okay. Fuel system. Exhaust?
Downpipe and exhaust.
Downpipe, well, downpipe we're going to build, exhaust we're going to build. We're probably going to hit up Stainless Bros. Their stuff is the best. I'm not just saying that because they've sponsored some of our past videos. Their material is fantastic. So maybe we'll make another proposal to them, see if they will help us out with the exhaust. We'll build it, of course. We'll make a full video just on the quality of their material and kind of show you the whole system, but you've kind of got an idea how it wants to be. Obviously 3-inch. One of their oval mufflers, probably one of our slash cut tips, something to kind of fill in that hole, and then of course an inline resonator, something like that.
Yeah, I really want to work with their stuff.
Yeah, oh absolutely.
We haven't actually made anything with theirs yet, but we got that material in.
Yeah.
And it's so good.
Yeah.
I can't wait to melt it together.
Yeah, absolutely. So fuel system, downpipe, exhaust. Once we get those parts and we get another opening, you can start pretty much plugging things together, can't you? So as you can see, things are coming together. It takes a little bit of time. Working on our own cars often is after hours and whenever we get finished up early, that kind of thing. It's always tough. People think that because you own the shop, you work on your own stuff all the time, but that would be the wrong way to do it. If we're working on our stuff, we're not working on your stuff, and then we can't make a paycheck. We do run the place like a shop. Saying that, we're going to try and find an open in between. I want to try and give George some more time. He obviously came in on a Saturday, and I basically gave him the shop to just say, just do whatever. But we're going to try and find a day, or at least a day, maybe more, to say, okay, we'll finish the job early. George, this is your day, work on your car. I mean, that's kind of a, it's back to the, what would you want? It's the way I would want someone to treat me. You know, it's a small thing to give somebody, but giving someone time and giving the shop, it's like it's the ultimate. It's something I would have absolutely killed for back in the day. I used to do everything in the driveway and, you know, outside of an apartment complex. So to have the shop, it's a big deal, but it's part of what makes us who we are. So future episode is going to be finishing off the intercooler piping, obviously test fitting the turbo and making things around it. Take it back apart again, put it back to so you can drive it, get all the parts coated, because you never know actually how long that is going to take. And then the next opening will be put the coated parts on, build everything, and it'll be done for the last time. Then it'll be the tuning process. So tune in for that. Don't forget, hit the subscribe. We're trying to grow the channel. If you like what you see, if you're taking anything off this channel, if you're enjoying any part of it, Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, help us grow, and we'll keep sharing things with you. So we'll see you on the next episode. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, give us a thumbs up, hit the subscribe, and don't forget, more importantly, enjoy your cars.